welcome. I am recording this video because I am not here today. Unfortunately, my daughter is sick. So I'm going to go over The Lion's Awakening with you. So on Classroom, you should have found this post assignment for Thursday, 127. You are going to finish reading The Lion's Awakening. If you're not sure what I'm referring to, that is the part of Sunjata we started reading last week. We're now going to finish it. Now, I do want you to make sure you've signed up for 2 questions on the collaborative document, and you're going to want your hard copy of your reading questions so you can write down answers as you read. You should have a hard copy of The Lion's Awakening that we started last week and we started highlighting in. If you don't have your hard copy, there may be a few left on the front table. If there are not, I'll show you where you can access the virtual text. All right, so the virtual text is right here at the top under materials and links, virtual text, and we are starting on page 51. All right, so to keep this video short, I'm going to go ahead and start reading. All right, so just as a quick review, last time we read about Sunjata's father's death. He had wanted Sunjata to be king, but after he died, his first wife conspired against Sunjata, having her son picked as king. A council was formed. That council agreed with her that Dankaran Tuman should be king, mainly because Sunjata was not walking. Then the first wife, Susuma, was incredibly rude to Sunjata's mother, Sogalon, and she came home, hit him with a board, and then he said he would walk. So he sends his griot to get an iron rod. He's able to walk, and he goes and gets his mother a baobab tree. And so if you were in my 2B class, we stopped reading on the top of page 51 after Sunjata got his mother the baobab tree. So if we stop reading there, what happens next is essentially after Sunjata, Sogalon Jata in this section, after he starts walking, his popularity goes through the roof. At the same time, the person who had been bullying him, his father's first wife, her popularity goes way down. People start realizing maybe they shouldn't have been so hard on Sunjata, and they start realizing kind of how rude the first wife is. So, their fortunes have switched. In fact, people are even kinder to Sunjata's mother now. And they say lots of mean things about the first wife, and they say mean things about the current king. They say that he is colorless because his mother never respected her husband. And so people are basically thinking, wow, she's not a great person, and her son's not a great person. So favor is turning for Sunjata. All right, now third period and fourth period, we stopped at the top of page 52, where we learned that Sunjata had made some friends. He became friends with the son of the king of Taban, the son of the king of Sibi. And we also learned that his griot, Balafaseke, was responsible for his education. And that's actually question 8 on your handout. Question 7, we could answer 2. How did Sunjata's ability to walk change the popularity of Susumuberte? So as Sunjata started walking and got more popular, his father's first wife, Susumuberte, her popularity goes down. And number 8, his griot. Okay, so remember we talked about griot. That's a storyteller, but also in terms of a king, the griot is like their number one advisor, their helper, and his job right now that Sunjata is a child is to educate him. All right, so that's what his griot was doing. All right, so then on the rest of page 52, we learn about how Sunjata actually becomes a great hunter, and the song that his griot composed when he started walking, Hymn to the Bow, that kind of becomes his signature song. Sunjata goes and hunts. His mother teaches him about different herbs. She kind of has a little bit of sorcery in her. And then Sunjata turns 10. Once he turns 10, he becomes known as Sunjata. The explanation is that when people would talk fast and say Sogalon Jata, it would sound like Sunjata. So that is how he is now referred to. And now that he's 10, his arms have the strength of 10, and his biceps inspired fear in his companions. So he has some exceptional strength. Okay, so we are going to jump ahead to page 53. I'm going to be doing a little bit of summarizing, a little bit of reading. All right, so Sunjata's popularity was so great that the queen mother became apprehensive for her son's throne. Dankaran Tuman was the most retiring of men. So the current king, he's not a very out there, he's not a very charismatic guy, he's just kind of quiet and in the background. He was at the age of 18, he was still under the influence of his mother and a handful of old schemers. It was Susumuberte who really reigned in his name. The queen mother wanted to put an end to this popularity by killing Sunjata, and it was thus that one night she received the 9 great witches of Mali. So these are, you can look this up and there's more information about them. In Mali folklore, there were 9 great witches. And the rest of the questions, 9 through 13, are going to refer to this part. So be paying attention. All right, so the witches are all old women. The eldest was the most dangerous, called Sumoso Concomba. When the 9 old hags had seated themselves in a semicircle around her bed, the queen mother said, "You who rule supreme at night, nocturnal powers, O you who hold the secret of life, you who can put an end to one life, can you help me?" "The night is potent," said Susoma Concomba. "O queen, tell us what is to be done. On whom must we turn the fatal blade?" "I want to kill Sunjata," said Susuma. "His destiny runs counter to my son's, and he must be killed while there is still time. If you succeed, I promise you the finest rewards. First of all, I bestow on each of you a cow and her calf, and from tomorrow go to the royal granaries, and each of you will receive 100 measures of rice and 100 measures of hay on my authority." All right, so this is what she is promising them. And I think this is actually number 10, the answer to number 10. So she says, if you kill him, you're going to get a cow, you're going to get a calf, you're going to get grain, you're going to get rice, okay? Rice and hay. And if we think this is set in the 1200s, food is pretty powerful. "Mother of the king," rejoined Susuma Concomba, "life hangs by nothing but a very fine thread, but all is interwoven here below. Life has a cause and death as well. The one comes from the other. Your hate has a cause and your action must have a cause. Mother of the king, everything holds together. Our action will have no effect unless we ourselves implicate it. But Marijada has done us no wrong. It is then difficult for us to compass his death." All right, so this is the answer to number 9. So the witch says, everything has a cause, everything has a balance. You have reason to hate Sunjata, but he's done nothing to us. We have no reason to hate him, so we have no reason to kill him. So she's basically saying, like, we have to have a reason why we would kill him. He has to do something to us. Now, Susumuberte tries to say, like, oh, well, he's a snake and he'll bite you as soon as he gets old enough. You're in danger too, but they're not buying that. So, what she says is go to his mother, Sogolon's vegetable patch and act like you're picking his mother's vegetables. He'll definitely be rude to you, and then you can kill him. So the witches say, okay, that's a good idea. And they say, okay, we probably have to do this a couple of times because the first time he's rude to us, that's not enough to kill him. So we'll go back a couple of times and then we'll kill him. And so they're like, great. So the plan is to go to Sunjata's mother's vegetable patch. He'll be rude to them, and then they can kill him. "Now there's a happy thought," concluded the queen mother, laughing for joy. "Go to the vegetable patch tomorrow, and you will see that Sogolon's son is mean." And then she says, beforehand, go ahead and get what I told you, the cow and the calf, the rice and the hay, and you will have your reward. The old hags bowed and disappeared into the night. The queen mother was now all alone and gloated over her anticipated victory. But her daughter, Nana Traban, woke up. "Mother, who are you talking to? I thought I heard voices." "Sleep, my daughter, it is nothing. You didn't hear anything." All right, so in the morning, Sunjata gets up, gets with his friends, and they're going to hunt. They decide to hunt some elephants. So they go off into the bush and they hunt elephants. All right, so they left, and then on their way home, Sunjata and his companions came back late to the village, but first Jada wanted to take a look at his mother's vegetable patch, as was his custom. So, after hunting the elephants, he looks at his mother's patch and he finds the 9 witches. There, he found the 9 witches stealing nugu leaves. They made a show of running away like thieves caught red handed. Stop, stop, poor old woman, said Sunjata. What is the matter with you to run away like this? This garden belongs to us all. So, if we remember, Sunjata was supposed to be mean to them, and that would give them reason to kill. Is he mean? This is number 11. How does he treat them? Is he saying, stop, stop, this garden is for us all? Is that mean? I don't think so. So he and his companions filled up the old women's gourds with anything they wanted from the garden. And Sunjata says, each time you run short of condiments, come to stock up here without fear. The witches say, you disarm us. And another added, you confound us with your bounty. So what that means is they were there to attack him, but by being so kind, now they can't attack him. Listen, Jada, said Susumuberte. We had come here to test you. We have no need of condiments, but your generosity disarms us. We were sent here by the Queen Mother to provoke you and draw the anger of the nocturnal powers upon you. But nothing can be done against a heart full of kindness. All right, so that is actually number 13, and it's highlighted. Nothing can be done against a heart full of kindness. I'll keep reading for a minute and we'll come back to that. And to think that we have already drawn 100 measures of rice and 100 measures of millet, and the queen promises us each a cow and calf in addition. Forgive us, son of Sogalone. She's like, yeah, we are supposed to punish you and we've already gotten our payment. I bear you no ill will, said Jada. Here I am returning from the hunt with my companions, and we have killed 10 elephants. So I will give you an elephant each, and there you have some meat. Thank you, son of Sogalone. Thank you, child of justice. All right, so this is the answer to number 12. How does Sunjata compensate the witches for the bribes Susuma had promised? He gives them elephants in exchange for like the calf and cow they won't get now. Henceforth, concluded Susumuberte, we will watch over you. And the 9 witches disappeared into the night. Sunjata and his companions continued on their way to Niani and got back after dark. All right, so the witches can't hurt him. Nothing can be done against a heart full of kindness. And this is a recurring theme. This is something that we will see throughout the story. Sunjata is kind. When his mother hits him with the board, he doesn't react angrily. He reacts with kindness. When he catches the witches, he reacts with kindness. And he's rewarded for this kindness. So after the witches leave, Sunjata's younger sister says to him, you were really frightened. Those 9 witches really scared you, said Sogalone Kalankan, Jada's young sister. How do you know? Retorted Sunjata, astonished. I saw them at night hatching their scheme, but I knew there was no danger for you. Kalankan was well versed in the art of witchcraft and watched over her brother without his suspecting it. All right, so that is the last question. What do we discover to be a skill of Sogalone Kalankan, Sunjata's youngest sister? She knows witchcraft, and she knew what was going to happen to Sunjata, and she saw it all. All right, so at that point, we have finished the first section of Sunjata. If you want to keep going and read ahead, the next thing we are going to read is The Return, but we will start that in class next week. Yep, just make sure you have questions 1 through 14, and I hope you have a great day. Now I just have to find the video to stop recording, the button to stop recording. That might take a minute. There we go. Have a great day.